Greetings from Japan, everyone. I'm Kazekawa. Today we're at my favorite shabu-shabu restaurant. What's shabu-shabu? Well, let me tell you. Today, my family will be eating at Shabu-shabu on Yasai. For the unaware, shabu-shabu is similar to sukiyaki in some ways. Both use thinly sliced meat, but shabu-shabu is considered more savory and expensive, whereas sukiyaki is known to be sweeter. At shabu-shabu, there's all kinds of different meats and toppings you can put in the pot, such as pork, beef, chicken, shrimp, and for vegetables like carrots, mushrooms. Not just that stuff, you can also put in noodles like ramen or udon. There's different things you can put in the pot, and they're all quite yummy. Normal shabu-shabu uses boiling water to cook meat and various vegetables, but some places like this one offer a modern take on the popular food. You can choose different sauces instead of water to cook your meat in, which adds a whole new world of flavors and combinations. My family loves the skishabu sauce and the hinabe sauce, basically because the skishabu sauce is sweet and the hinabe sauce is spicy. But there's far more than just boiled food. There are, of course, a wide selection of appetizers, such as thin sheets of dried seaweed, which my son loves. Do you like seaweed, Toshi?
Yes.
Many people use a pair of chopsticks or tongs to put in vegetables and meat, and then use a different pair of chopsticks to eat with. Traditionally, you would hold the raw meat with your own chopsticks, hold it into the sauce, let it boil for about 20-30 seconds, and just kind of hope that you killed enough of the bacteria before you ate it. Sometimes people can get sick from that, so nowadays what people do is they hold their meat into the sauce, and they put it into a little plate or a little bowl, and then they put it into their mouth. But what my family does is we just kind of dump all the meat into the pot. So once everything is nice and boiled and looks pretty good, we just take it out and eat it. There's no right way to eat shabu-shabu, so do what you feel is appropriate. This is an akutori or fine mesh skimmer. We use this to remove waste and undesired fat that builds up in the pot as a result of boiling meat, noodles, and so on. If you are super lazy, you don't have to do it, but I prefer to keep the pot clean. Once the meat's properly prepared, it'll be nice dark brown, it'll have all the flavors soaked into it, and then you eat it. Some people choose to dip their meat in sauces after removing it from the pot. Two common sauces are goma, which is sesame seed, or ponzu, which is a citrus tart-like sauce. Longtime viewers of the show will know that I love apple-flavored alcohol, so Ringo Sour. This is ebisumire. It's a mash of shrimp and some other stuff. And you're supposed to take this wooden spoon, make a ball, and then drop it down into the shabu-shabu pot. And at that point in time, it'll cook, and then we'll try that again later once it's finished. As you may have guessed, shabu-shabu is incredibly hot. You can see from the steam behind me. So it's very popular in the wintertime, less so in the summertime. During the winter, it can get quite crowded, especially for a really good restaurant like this place. Shabu-shabu is traditionally eaten with friends and family, not so much with strangers because everyone eats and shares from the same pot. So if you come to Japan and you want to have shabu-shabu, make sure to bring some friends or a family member. Though shabu-shabu was popularized by the movie Lost in Translation, and yeah, you do kind of have to cook your own food, more expensive shabu-shabu restaurants actually have people that'll stir it and cook it for you. But I mean, there's something fun about cooking it yourself and enjoying it when you're ready to eat it on your own terms. One fun thing I like to do is to take cheese, depending if they offer it or not, put it into the hot pot, make sure it's nice and soft. Just about ready. It's pretty quick, so you get to get it really quickly before it melts and gets all over the place. There we go. So it's nice and soft. What I like to do is I wrap the cheese around something like beef or pork, and make a little ball out of it. I don't know, I'm weird like that, but cheesy meat for the win. Ooh, it's so hot. It's so good. Seriously, so good. If you happen to come to Japan and you have small children, shabu-shabu might not be the best food to eat. Obviously, it's a boiling pot. It's very dangerous for small children. My kids are now 4 and 8, almost 5 and 8, and so they're able to handle and keep away from the pot. There's Karen. And so if you're going to bring small kids with you, you're going to have to really watch them or have them on your back or hold them the whole time, and that can be kind of a mess. So eat with caution. The shrimp ball from earlier is finally prepared, so let's give that a taste. Wow. That was different. Now the sauce flavors already have something spicy and something sweet, but the sauce that we had earlier, the goma, which is the sesame sauce, you can take the meat, get a little dip to get the flavoring from the hot pot, and And then, from there, you can put it into the bowl to get the sesame sauce. So you can get double flavors. This is Cutie Menteiko no Se. So it's a cucumber with fish eggs and mayonnaise on top. If you remember from the Pog episode, I don't like fish roe or mentaiko. So, you know, that means I have to eat it because suffering. To be fair, it's not that bad. It has a mostly cucumber taste to it. I can barely taste the fish eggs. For years now, I've tried to explain to people that shabu-shabu is my favorite food. And I've shown pictures and such to like my family and whatnot, and they don't really do it justice. Even this video, showing you the food like as I eat it and everything, it's not enough. You have to really come here and enjoy it to understand how good it really is. The meat's soft, it's cut thin, it's fresh, it's nice and hot, it's from the pot to your mouth just about. There really is no other food like shabu-shabu. はい、すみません。リンゴサワーもう一つと、ウーロン茶もう一つお願いします。
リンゴサワーがお一つと、ウーロン茶お一つ。以上でよろしいですか？
以上です。
少々お待ちください。じゃあ、
お願いします。Today's an extra special day because tomorrow is my 10th wedding anniversary. My wife doesn't want to appear on camera, but, you know, she's around. And for dessert, yukimi daifuku, which is a very thin layer of soft rice cake around a bowl of ice cream. And let me cut it in half so I can show you guys the inside of this thing. It wasn't the easiest thing to cut, but there you go. It's the ice cream inside the very thin layer of rice cake. Very good. So the Shabu-shabu restaurant just gave us a survey to fill out to let them know about how we like the place and everything. I decided to leave them a message at the bottom. Shabu-shabu is friggin' awesome. Yum yum, good times. Doing my best to teach English. Though shabu-shabu is one of my favorite things to eat, it's not something you can eat all the time. It's quite costly. So our bill for a family of 4 today came out to be about 9,655 yen. So close to $100. Luckily we have some vouchers and things, so it's going to drop the price down 20%, but still, this is something you want to eat maybe once a month, once every couple of months. It's up to you, but it's costly, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Alright everybody, I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Join me again next Sunday for another New Japan Now. I'm Kazekawa, and until the next video, I bid you farewell.
Feeling tired? Well, I have the thing for you. Ninja Meishi. Unlock the power of the ninja.
You know, after a hard day's work, there's nothing finer than amber pocky and an on-palm man fill a glass full of cheap canned whiskey.
Apparently, the number of Gringo Sours that I can handle is 5. 5's good.